You're right guys, it's Andy here and welcome back to Peninsula Painting Projects and thank you for watching. So as some of you may know, but some of you may not know, I've got a Facebook group called Peninsula Hobby and Chill. So if you wouldn't mind coming over, joining the group and let's discuss our hobbying needs, what we're buying, what we're planning, what whips we've got on the go, and let's create a community. Also, Instagram link is in the description. You know, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? I post random stuff. It's not just to do with the hobby. So this is Conquest issue number 7. I actually had to go to I didn't have to go. I wanted to go to WH Smith's to purchase this. It's $7.99 currently. That's the current price now. Issue 7. I'm loving the artwork on the front. You've got your Primaris Marine versus your Death Guard Plague Marine. Battle games in the 41st millennium. So the information that's within this is the making of the Space Marine, which, you know what, is quite interesting. It's quite informative. Apply shades to your models, which also, that is a great technique to make your models go from basically crap to pretty good. And expansive rules for your games. So you get in the Agrex Air Shade and the Null and Oil, or Null Oil. These are, how many mils are in these? These are the bigger ones, aren't they? 24 mil. I think these retail at £4.50, I think, or £4.45, something like that. So that's it's £9, isn't it? No. Yeah, whatever. £10, £9. So you are saving a couple of quid there, which is always great. We want to save money, but anyone who's new to the hobby, who's subscribing to Conquest because you're brand new to the hobby, a tip that I would always advise people to do, and you know, it's not really a pro tip, but shake your paint, shake the paint constantly and all the time before you use it, because the pigment is suspended in this medium and sometimes it collects at the bottom, and if I wouldn't have shook this, you probably would have seen it dotted in the bottom, and you want that to be mixed in with the medium. So that's a little tip there. Mix that up. These are basically magic in a bottle, liquid talent, and like I said, they make your models go from basically shit to fit in one simple technique. So we put them to one side and let's have a look at the magazine. So I have just had a little look over this and I thought this was quite interesting. The making of a Space Marine. So it tells you how the Emperor, well, it gives you a bit of information on how the Emperor created the Space Marine and his Primarchs. What else have we got? And then it tells you a bit about the organ implants and how the Space Marines are taken from the planets where the Primarchs have came from. So that's pretty cool. And I thought this was fantastic. This is the gene seed organs. All information about what the gene seed does once it's inside the Space Marine. For example, a secondary heart boosts blood supply and acts as a backup heart. That's fantastic, you know what I mean? So if you are new, and even if you're not new, it's good to refresh your memory and refresh your learning on these Space Marines. You know, I can't fault that. I think it's great. We've got a bit of a background story here about the realms of Ultramar, which is the home to the Ultramarines chapter. The realm of Ultramar was once a prosperous and peaceful region of space, protected from harm by the Space Marine warriors of Macragge. Now Ultramar finds itself surrounded by traitorous enemies and plagued by a force of chaos. So if you're not up to date on the current lore, you may not have known that, but being a subscriber or being a purchaser of this, you will now know that. We've got some bit of the mappage there of the realms of Ultramar. And then we go into successor chapters of Ultramarines. Now, this was advertised, the Silver Templars was advertised when Conquest came out as a new successor chapter to Ultramarines, which, you know what, give Games Workshop the dues. They're bringing out another successor chapter, they're bringing out a new chapter for people to collect if they wish to do so. Me personally, I find I would not like to paint silver constantly. I find that a bit tedious, but, you know, each to their own. Now, these Silver Templars, because they are new, I didn't know this about them. They are successors of Ultramarine. And it says, while most Ultramarine successors are well-disciplined tacticians, the Silver Templars are famed for their audacity, daring, and skills as duelists. So rather than being a long-range shooting army, these love a little bit of close combat action. Here's some more successor chapters, which I wasn't actually aware that these were successors to Ultramarines. Bit of a naughty boy for not knowing that. Especially Silver Skulls, I wasn't aware of them. And then we go on to our shade paints, how to use them, what the purpose is for. So, for example, you paint it over your silver sword, and it seeps into all the recessed detailed areas. So that's quite good information there. But like someone else mentioned, who was it? I think it was Black Country Wargamer. He mentioned that they're not shading the green, and they're not shading the faces with this. So that might mean that basically we may be getting a green wash, or a Reikland flesh shade wash as well. And then that's that. A bit of tactical retreat is the next mission. And then we've got to recover the gene seed as well. Some more information. A rules update here. I've not really read these rules. I should do, to be honest, because it would refresh my own memory, but I haven't had a chance really to read them. But, you know, it's good information to refresh your memory and also to encourage people to start playing. And then we've got a little bit of information on the next coming up issues. So we've got a librarian, which I think is quite expensive. Normally retails for £22, and we're getting them for £7.99. I may even buy maybe even 3 of these. Possibly, I don't know. And then we've got the Poxwalkers for issue 9. Now, I know on issue, was it 6, I had a bit of a moan about the duplicates. But that's more so because of the amount of Death Guard that I've currently got in my army. I've already got a lot of them. So having even more duplicates was a bit of a pain. But the Poxwalkers, now, I think they should have postponed this for a bit of a later date, but obviously if they are incorporating it into the rules and the missions, then it obviously makes sense, doesn't it? Now, Poxwalkers, if you're playing Death Guard, you should have as many as them in your army as possible, because they could be used as meat shields, they can be used to tie up other heavy units and to just basically annoy your opponent. So the more the better, in my opinion, and obviously the opinions of many other people. So I'm not going to moan too much about this. Yes, for a subscriber, it's a bit of a pain because you are getting repeats. As a Death Guard player, it's not. You do need more. So all in all, I'm happy with this issue. I am still happy with the Warhammer Conquest product, but this whole thing with Hatchet Partworks, I know I keep on going on about it, but I have no idea when I'm going to be receiving my issue 7. Basically, I'm guessing that I will receive issue 7, 8, 9, and 10 at the end of the month. So subscribers are going to basically be a month behind at all times. That's one thing to consider. But you do get your free stuff if that's what you want. So guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.